When most people think of chocolate, they imagine indulgence, a sweet treat to enjoy after dinner, a guilty pleasure on a stressful day, or a gift wrapped in shiny foil. But what if chocolate, specifically dark chocolate, could be more than just a treat? What if it actually had the power to make the mind sharper, memory clearer, and focus stronger, especially for seniors after 60? This might sound too good to be true, but science is revealing that dark chocolate is far from ordinary. Packed with powerful compounds, it has been linked to better brain health, improved memory, and even protection against age-related cognitive decline. Imagine that. Something delicious, comforting, and easy to find at any grocery store could also be a secret ally in keeping your mind sharp as you age. That's why today, we're diving into this exciting topic: dark chocolate equals sharper mind. Why does this matter so much for seniors? Aging comes with challenges that are often invisible but deeply felt. Forgetting where you put your glasses, struggling to recall names, or losing focus during conversations are common experiences after 60. For many, these lapses can feel frightening, sparking worries about independence, dignity, and quality of life. Dementia and cognitive decline are some of the most feared health conditions, not only because they affect memory, but because they change the very essence of who we are. But here's the hopeful part. Lifestyle choices, including diet, can make a powerful difference. Dark chocolate, surprisingly, is one of those choices. The science behind dark chocolate and brain health is both fascinating and encouraging. Dark chocolate is rich in natural compounds called flavonoids, especially a subgroup known as These flavonols act like guardians for the brain. They increase blood flow to the brain, reduce inflammation, and protect brain cells from damage caused by oxidative stress. Think of flavonols as tiny repair workers, constantly cleaning, repairing, and strengthening the brain's delicate networks. For seniors, this means improved memory, sharper attention, and even better problem-solving ability. To make this more relatable, let's compare two different afternoons. Imagine Mr. Dara, age 67, who feels sluggish after lunch and reaches for a sugary cookie and coffee. The cookie gives him a burst of sugar but soon leads to a crash, leaving him more tired and distracted. Now imagine Mrs. Lena, age 66, who instead enjoys a small piece of dark chocolate with her tea. Instead of a sugar crash, the flavonols in the chocolate increase blood flow to her brain. She feels more alert, remembers her to-do list more easily, and even enjoys finishing a crossword puzzle without losing focus. Both had a snack, but only one gave their brain a boost. Dark chocolate also contains a small amount of caffeine and another compound called theobromine, which together provide gentle stimulation. Unlike the jittery buzz of coffee, this stimulation is smoother and longer lasting, giving seniors a calm alertness that helps them stay present and engaged. And then there's the emotional side. Chocolate naturally boosts serotonin and endorphins, the feel-good chemicals in the brain. This combination means that dark chocolate not only sharpens memory, but also improves mood to critical factors for senior brain health. After all, a sharper mind is most valuable when paired with a positive, hopeful outlook on life. Let's also talk about why dark chocolate matters more than milk chocolate. While milk chocolate is sweeter and often more popular, it's diluted with sugar and milk fats that overshadow the benefits of flavonoids. Dark chocolate, particularly varieties with 70% cocoa or higher, contains much higher concentrations of these powerful compounds. The richer the cocoa, the stronger the brain-boosting effects. So, seniors looking for a true mind sharpener should choose dark chocolate, not the candy-like milk varieties. Cultural habits give us further proof of chocolate's impact. In countries where cocoa-rich chocolate is regularly consumed, studies show lower rates of memory decline and better overall cognitive performance in older adults. For example, research from Harvard has shown that drinking 2 cups of hot cocoa daily improved blood flow to the brain in older individuals and even boosted memory test scores. While chocolate alone isn't a magic cure, these studies highlight how something simple and enjoyable can have measurable benefits. Of course, moderation is important. No one is suggesting that seniors eat large bars of chocolate every day. Too much sugar or fat can counteract the benefits, but just 1 or 2 small squares of high-quality dark chocolate can provide enough flavonoids to make a difference. It's the perfect example of how small daily habits, when done consistently, can create big changes over time. And this is where the emotional encouragement comes in. For seniors, adopting healthy habits can sometimes feel overwhelming. Exercise routines, new diets, and complicated supplements can feel like too much to handle. But dark chocolate, that's a habit anyone can enjoy. It's a delicious act of self-care, a daily treat that also doubles as a brain booster. Each bite is a reminder, I am taking steps to protect my memory. I am doing something good for myself. That feeling of empowerment is just as valuable as the physical benefits. So, as we wrap up this first block, think about this. Brain health doesn't have to come only from pills or strict routines. It can come from something as joyful as savoring a piece of dark chocolate. It's nature's way of combining pleasure and protection in a single bite. And in the next part, we'll explore the first key moves seniors can take. How to make dark chocolate a consistent, mindful part of their daily lives to unlock its full memory sharpening potential. Now that we've uncovered the science behind dark chocolate and why it matters, let's look at the first key moves seniors can make. Turning dark chocolate into a consistent daily habit. After all, one bite every now and then won't create long-term benefits. The secret lies in steady, mindful enjoyment, making dark chocolate a part of daily life in a way that nourishes both the brain and the soul. Why consistency? Because the compounds in dark chocolate, particularly flavonoids, don't stay in the body forever. Their protective effects on blood flow and brain cells are strongest when replenished regularly. Just like brushing your teeth every day keeps your smile strong, or walking daily keeps your muscles active, a small, consistent portion of dark chocolate fuels the brain with a steady stream of support. Imagine a routine. Every afternoon, around 3 o'clock, a senior takes a break, sits by the window, and enjoys a single square of 70% cocoa dark chocolate with a cup of tea or coffee. That moment becomes a ritual. Over time, it not only sharpens memory and focus, but also creates a sense of structure and joy in daily life. It's not just a snack, it's an act of self-care. The good news is that building this habit is simple. Unlike other health routines that require big changes, like strict diets or demanding exercise programs, dark chocolate is easy and enjoyable. Seniors don't have to force themselves to like it. Most people already love chocolate. The key is making a conscious shift toward high-quality, dark varieties, eating them in small portions, and being consistent. Consistency also matters emotionally. Many seniors feel anxious about memory loss, and that anxiety itself can worsen forgetfulness. Having a daily ritual of chocolate creates reassurance. I'm doing something good for my brain. That confidence reduces fear, which helps seniors feel more in control of their health. Emotional well-being and brain health go hand in hand, and dark chocolate strengthens both at the same time. But how much is enough? Research suggests that about 1 to 2 small squares of dark chocolate per day, roughly 10 to 20 grams, is plenty to provide brain benefits. More than that, and the extra sugar and calories may outweigh the positives. That's why moderation is so important. Seniors don't need to feel guilty about enjoying chocolate. They simply need to savor it in the right amounts. Let's bring this idea to life with a story. Meet Uncle Vanek, a 72-year-old retiree. He used to snack on sweet pastries every evening, often feeling sluggish and forgetful afterward. One day, his daughter suggested he try replacing the pastries with a square of dark chocolate. At first, he was skeptical. Chocolate is a health food. But after a few weeks, he noticed he had more energy in the evenings. His memory seemed sharper when playing chess with friends, and his mood was lighter. That small daily square of chocolate didn't just replace an unhealthy snack, it became a habit that made him feel sharper and more optimistic. This is the beauty of habit building with chocolate hits, both realistic and sustainable. Seniors don't have to struggle to remember complicated routines. The pleasure of chocolate makes them want to keep going. And once it becomes part of the day, it works quietly in the background, strengthening brain cells, improving blood flow, and supporting memory. Another tip for consistency is to pair chocolate with other rituals. For example, enjoy it after a short walk, with afternoon tea, or while journaling. Anchoring the habit to something you already do makes it easier to remember. Over time, it becomes automatic, and the brain reaps the rewards without extra effort. The sensory experience of chocolate also plays a role. When eaten slowly and mindfully, chocolate releases flavors and aromas that stimulate multiple areas of the brain. Instead of eating quickly, seniors can let the chocolate melt on the tongue, paying attention to its richness. This mindful eating not only makes the experience more satisfying, but also provides gentle mental stimulation, which itself protects brain health. And here's a hidden bonus. Consistency with dark chocolate often encourages other healthy choices. Seniors who start with a small chocolate habit may find themselves becoming more mindful of what they eat throughout the day. They might choose more fruits, nuts, and vegetables to pair with their chocolate, creating a ripple effect of healthier habits. One positive step often leads to another. So, the first key move is simple yet powerful. Make dark chocolate a daily ritual. A square or two each day can deliver flavonoids, boost mood, and provide reassurance. It's not about eating large amounts or treating chocolate as medicine. It's about weaving it into life in a joyful, sustainable way. Seniors can smile, savor, and know that with each bite, They are giving their brain a little extra strength. As we prepare to move into the next stage of this journey, remember this. Consistency is the foundation of sharper memory and better focus, but consistency isn't the only piece of the puzzle. In the next part, we'll explore the second key move: how to combine dark chocolate with other brain-healthy lifestyle choices like exercise, nutrition, and social connection to create an even stronger shield for the mind. We've seen how making dark chocolate a consistent daily ritual can support the brain. Now let's look at the second key move, combining dark chocolate with other brain-healthy lifestyle choices. This is where the benefits multiply. On its own, dark chocolate is powerful, but when paired with exercise, nutrition, and social connection, it becomes part of a larger system of defense that keeps seniors sharp, confident, and engaged. Think of it like building a strong team. Dark chocolate brings flavonoids and brain-boosting compounds, but the teammates of movement, balanced meals, and mental engagement strengthen the whole system. Together, they form a defense network that protects memory from multiple angles. Let's start with exercise. Movement is one of the most effective ways to boost blood flow to the brain, supporting the same pathways that dark chocolate enhances. Now imagine a senior enjoying a square of chocolate before heading out for a walk. The chocolate provides gentle stimulation from caffeine and theobromine, while exercise pushes oxygen and nutrients to brain cells. The result? A double boost. The senior feels more alert during the walk, and their brain gets stronger support for memory and focus. For example, think of Mrs. Dara, a 69-year-old who takes daily morning walks. She began pairing her walk with a piece of dark chocolate beforehand. She describes it as her energy spark. The ritual gives her motivation to move, and she notices she's more cheerful and focused during the rest of the day. The chocolate didn't replace exercise, it enhanced it, creating a partnership that gave her sharper recall and better mood. Now let's add nutrition into the mix. Dark chocolate pairs beautifully with other brain-friendly foods. Imagine a senior's afternoon snack: a handful of walnuts, a few blueberries, and a small square of dark chocolate. This simple combination provides flavonoids, omega-3 fatty acids, and antioxidant sol nutrients proven to protect the brain. Eating them together makes the benefits stronger. While the chocolate increases blood flow, the nuts provide healthy fats that build brain cell membranes, and the berries reduce inflammation. It's like layering shields around the brain, protecting it from different types of damage. We also can't forget mental stimulation. The brain is like a muscle that grows stronger with use. Seniors who keep their minds active with reading, puzzles, or learning new skills are more likely to maintain sharp memory as they age. Now imagine pairing this with dark chocolate. A senior might enjoy chocolate while working on a crossword puzzle, playing a memory game, or even reading a new novel. The gentle stimulation of chocolate helps focus, while the mental activity itself strengthens neural connections. Together, they create the perfect environment for brain resilience. Let's take the example of Uncle Chenda, age 73. He used to spend his evenings watching television passively. But after learning about the brain benefits of dark chocolate, he created a new habit. Each night, he eats a small piece of chocolate and then works on a Sudoku puzzle. Over time, he noticed that his memory for numbers and patterns improved. The chocolate gave him focus, and the puzzles gave his brain a workout. This simple change turned his evenings into a brain-boosting routine. Another powerful element to combine with chocolate is social interaction. Loneliness and isolation are known to increase the risk of cognitive decline. Sharing chocolate can become a joyful social ritual. Imagine seniors gathering with friends for tea and chocolate, laughing and connecting. That laughter and conversation stimulate memory and emotional health. The chocolate adds a layer of brain protection, while the social bonds reduce stress and strengthen resilience. This idea is backed by research. Studies show that seniors who combine healthy foods with social activities have better outcomes than those who only focus on diet. In other words, it's not just what you eat, it's how you enjoy it. Sharing dark chocolate in a group amplifies its benefits, turning it from a simple snack into a tool for connection and memory. We should also talk about stress management. Chronic stress releases hormones that damage brain cells and accelerate memory loss. Dark chocolate naturally reduces stress by boosting serotonin and endorphins. Seniors who combine chocolate with calming practices like yoga, deep breathing, or meditation gain even more benefits. Imagine sitting quietly with a piece of chocolate after meditation. The body is relaxed, stress is lowered, and the brain receives both chemical and emotional protection. These combinations create something far greater than chocolate alone. Dark chocolate provides a foundation, but it shines brightest when it's part of a lifestyle. Daily walks, nutrient-rich meals, mental challenges, social laughter, and moments of calm. Together, These elements weave a net of protection that keeps memory sharp and spirit strong. So the second key move is clear. Don't just eat dark chocolate, pair it with other healthy choices. Whether it's nuts and berries, puzzles and games, walks and laughter, or moments of mindfulness. These combinations create harmony in the brain. Seniors who embrace this approach find themselves not only remembering more, but also feeling happier, calmer, and more engaged with life. As we prepare to move into the final part of this journey, keep this in mind. Chocolate is more than a treat. It's a partner, a motivator, and a spark for a lifestyle of wellness. And in the next block, we'll look at the third key move, how seniors can transform chocolate from a simple habit into a powerful symbol of empowerment, hope, and independence. We've explored how dark chocolate sharpens the mind through its flavonoids, how making it a daily habit creates steady protection, and how pairing it with other healthy choices multiplies its power. Now, let's turn to the third key move, embracing dark chocolate as more than just food. For seniors, it can become a symbol of empowerment, joy, and independency, daily reminder that aging doesn't mean losing control, but gaining new ways to live with strength and confidence. Why does this perspective matter? Because memory loss is not just a physical challenge, it's deeply emotional. Seniors often fear dementia not only because it erodes memory, but because it threatens independence and identity. The thought of forgetting loved ones, losing cherished stories, or becoming dependent can feel overwhelming. But when seniors choose to include dark chocolate intentionally in their lives, it becomes more than nutrition. It becomes a statement of action. I am caring for my brain. I am still in control. I am protecting who I am. Think about the act of eating chocolate. It's not hurried or thoughtless. It invites you to slow down, to savor, to be present. Seniors who prepare their chocolate mindfully in wrapping it, breaking off a piece, letting it melt slowly, are practicing mindfulness. That simple act creates calm, lowers stress, and anchors them in the moment. This mindfulness is itself a shield for memory, because stress and distraction are some of the brain's biggest enemies. Each small ritual becomes both physical nourishment and emotional grounding. Let's imagine the story of Mrs. Sray, a 70-year-old grandmother. For years, she watched her older brother struggle with memory decline, and she feared the same would happen to her. But instead of living in fear, she created a new daily ritual. Every morning, she sits on her balcony with a small square of dark chocolate and her journal. She writes down 3 things she is grateful for while letting the chocolate melt on her tongue. This practice, simple as it seems, gives her peace, focus, and a sense of purpose. For her, chocolate is no longer just food, it's her symbol of independence, reminding her each day that she is actively shaping her future. Science supports this emotional dimension. Studies show that habits tied to positive emotions and meaning are more likely to last. Seniors who see their routines as purposeful are more consistent, and consistency is where the real benefits accumulate. By framing dark chocolate as a brain shield, seniors transform it from an occasional treat into a daily affirmation of strength. The habit becomes sustainable not because it's forced, but because it feels joyful and empowering. Another important part of this final key move is sharing chocolate as a social symbol. Imagine friends gathering in the afternoon, not for sugary desserts, but for small pieces of dark chocolate and tea. Laughter flows, stories are exchanged, and bonds deepen. That social connection itself is one of the strongest protectors against dementia. Add the brain-boosting flavonoids of chocolate, and the combination is powerful. Chocolatier is not only nourishing the body, but also nurturing relationships, reminding seniors that they are not alone in their journey. Uncle Vati, age 75, demonstrates this perfectly. Every Sunday, he invites his children and grandchildren for a family gathering. Instead of cakes, he serves fruit and small squares of dark chocolate. It becomes a family ritual. Everyone sits together, enjoying the rich flavors while sharing stories. His grandchildren laugh when he says, "This is Grandpa's secret to staying sharp." For him, chocolate is more than health. It's a bridge between generations, a way to show his family that he values memory, tradition, and connection. This symbolic power goes beyond family. It touches how seniors see themselves. Too often, society sends the message that aging means decline, loss, and limitation. But by choosing something as delightful as chocolate as a symbol of brain health, seniors can rewrite the story. Chocolate whispers, "You still have choices. You still have power. You can age with joy and clarity." That perspective shift is priceless, because hope itself is medicine for the mind. Of course, balance remains important. Seniors must remember that the goal is not to overindulge, but to savor with purpose. A single square can hold meaning far beyond its size. It can be a gift of pleasure, a shield for memory, and a reminder of strength. By treating chocolate with respect and mindfulness, seniors ensure that it uplifts without harm. So as we close this journey, let's bring it all together. The first key move was consistency, making dark chocolate a small daily ritual. The second was combination, pairing it with healthy habits like exercise, nutrition, and social engagement. And the third is symbolism, transforming chocolate into a personal and social statement of empowerment. Together, these three moves create not only sharper minds, but also stronger spirits. Picture this, a senior holding a piece of dark chocolate between their fingers. They take a breath, smile, and let it melt slowly. As they do, they feel gratitude for the present, confidence in their choices, and hope for the future. In that small, sweet moment, they are not just enjoying chocolate, they are building resilience, protecting their memories, and celebrating independence. Dark chocolate is more than food. It is pleasure, it is medicine, and it is empowerment. Seniors who embrace it mindfully are not only nourishing their brains, but also declaring to themselves and the world, I am strong, I am capable, and I choose to live with clarity and joy. And that is the sweetest gift of all.